Hi, this is the Human Operating System Time. This channel is for education and technology only. Today, I'd like to share with you an extremely critical issue that we must solve. So after watching this video, we must not take the life wasting or time wasting practice as what majority of people practice today. The reason I share today on this topic is in the past 2 weeks or so, many traditional Chinese martial art friends and Wing Chun friends discussed with me on the battle ropes and the resistance bands practice. And some of our friends asked me, in their home, the space is smaller, so if they cannot do battle ropes, what can they do? Then I said, well, you can do the resistance bands, as I shared in the past video. And then some of our Wing Chun friends is saying that, wow, practicing the battle ropes, they test it out and then they figure out that, or they experience that if their body, the 7 bolts, and all this body synchronizations is not synchronized, one really cannot handle the battle ropes. Well, my answer to that is, you are handling impulse momentum. If the body is not conditioned, there's no way you can handle impulse momentum. Now, at home, when we don't have space to put the battle ropes there, then we can practice the resistance bands. That also conditions the body. And then another topic come up, which is the Siu Nim Tao, the practice of the Wing Chun Siu Nim Tao. So many of our Wing Chun friends say, well, can our practice of Siu Nim Tao supporting the resistance bands and the battle ropes? So I asked them, instead of answer to their questions, I asked them back. I said, don't your Siu Nim Tao need to support the resistance bands and the battle ropes? Don't the Siu Nim Tao set is designed that way? So if we practice Siu Nim Tao and the Siu Nim Tao is not supporting the resistance bands, not supporting the battle ropes, what are we doing? What are we doing? You see, in the past 100 years or so, there is a big major disaster in Chinese culture. Be it in the Buddha's teaching, the Buddhist meditations, the Qigong, or the traditional Chinese martial art, including Wing Chun. You can always hear about people talking about, oh, these meditations will become this and that, or this Qigong will make you become this and this and this, or advanced level stuff. And then you can hear about, oh, this grandmaster knows this, that grandmaster knows this. And so that you need to go to study with this grandmaster or this guru. But beside that, there's no details. And so everybody go running circle round and round. Look into the past 100 years and see how much resources, how much money, how much time is wasted for that, and you get nothing. Just get an example, the very, very simple example. In Siu Nim Tao, everybody say that this Folk Sao and this Wu Sao, this is training what? This is training internal Kung Fu. Internal Kung Fu. Okay? And then, because of this is internal, you can see that somebody talk about their leg, their knee has to be clamping. Their anus has to be lift up, their spine has to be straight, they have to have structure, and they have to have this mind power. And then somebody who study Tai Chi coming back to Wing Chun will say, well, you need to have this Dan Tian power, Qi. It's been at least 60 years. If you look into the records with data, what do you see? You can see that none of them know what the heck they're doing. Why? Because none of those stuff can support the better ropes. So that's the reality. What good is all those internal stuff at? Well, what is it for? Well, if you go according to the 1850 Siu Nim Tao Creed, as I share many times here, it's very simple, right? Like the other day, using the resistance bands. Your folk and the Wu Sao is just simply training the 4 things which is I share in the past video, namely the shoulder blade supporting each other, the hip, the core supporting it, and then the leg supporting it, and then the breathing supporting it. These 4 things. So it is just this. This left side of my body, my shoulder blade supporting the right. And then my hip, my torso, my core supporting it, and then my leg supporting it, and then my breathing supporting it. How difficult is that? It takes only me for how many? Less than 5 minutes to explain you this. And then you can train this. And then you can use this in the battle ropes. So, where is all the structure? I have to hold my structure. I have to hold triangle shape. I have to hold my knee, clamping it. I have to lifting my anus, straightening my spine. I have to use my mind power. And then, only Hendrik knows what to do about it. Okay? So you always talk about this grandmaster have this advanced Siu Nim Tao like Hendrik, and then nobody knows what the heck is this, and in fact it is this simple. Then you can play with your battle ropes. So you see, a simple thing like that, which is activate your entire body, the 4 keys I mentioned just now, which is handling your 7 balls, and then you will be able to handle the battle ropes better, and then you can check it with that the resistance bands, whether your Siu Nim Tao is practiced properly or not. You don't need a rocket scientist to do that. And the ancient ancestor of Wing Chun, when they designed that thing, is not to design so that we always praise that they are the grandmaster or some kinds of supreme grandmaster. But running round and round doesn't solve the problem. You can have your mind power whatever you want. As soon as you face those who play battle ropes in MMA, you're dead in a few seconds. Because your body never trained that way. Look at the 30-second KO Xingyi Tai Chi Grandmaster. He has been there talking for 3 years, but how many seconds he can last with just simple straight punch stuff? Can he take that? Because the body is not conditioned. Same with meditations. Like this morning, somebody left me a message on the other video talking about anapanasati, this. You know what? People only talking about terms. They have no idea what is inside there. And then say, well, I learned from this guru, or I learned from this monk. But one have no idea what it is. Or say, you know, the Buddha say this. Well, sure, the Buddha say whatever he want to say because he know what the heck it is. So, are we knowing what the heck it is? Or are we just like parrots? So, this type of stuff is a dead end. If you look into China today, people just ignore traditional Chinese martial art. Look at it, okay? They give up. Why? How can this type of idiotic thing survive? Besides wasting time. And then you got people like we in the West all thinking that the ancient Chinese must know something secret, which we don't know. So we follow it, no problem. Then day goes by, weeks goes by, years goes by, decades goes by, and you sit around there saying that, you know, I trained in Siu Nim Tao. Oh, my grandmaster is this. I study from this. My lineage on this. But can we do a better ropes? If you can, you cannot even handle the MMA practitioner who do better ropes in one day. That's how far your years of grandmaster does, this mysterious chi, all this, the proper way of this, all this idiotic stuff or idiotic practice go. That's how much it worth. So, as you know, you can read in this channel where people commenting, you know, they are from China and so forth. Do the young generations still look up into the traditional Chinese martial arts? No. Why? You keeping have this kind of idiotic stuff, who's going to take it? People's going to find out, and now they find it out. So this is to share with you today. If that thing is not defined properly, defined meaning that you need to know what are you training for, what type of result you want. You need to know that. You do Siu Nim Tao, you say, okay, what is this train is about? How is it train my physical, my breathing? Because I need to use that in fighting, right? Or even in health. So don't tell me I need to hold this structure. This grandmaster is the supreme grandmaster. He's the king of this or king of that. I want to know what is this for. I pay for it. I use my life for that. So tell me, what is this? Don't tell me this is just internal what? Define that. In today's 2020 era, nobody have time for that. So if you love Wing Chun, stop doing those. You don't have future. That's why even the Chinese, the young Chinese generations have dropped it. Go check it out.